He's got smoke coming off him, even though he's not even shooting. So here we go, the Modern Warfare 2 beta. And you may have heard a lot about this game already. In fact, you may have even played it. However, I feel like I've got a very different opinion to the one that's being spread on Twitter. A lot of the stuff I might agree with. Like, for example, the crashes. Also, the start of every round, you're running in 30 FPS. You know, look at this. It's all choppy, it's horrible, and it's on every map. However, you know, by day 3 of the beta, they fixed the crashing. I'm sure they'll be able to fix other things too. And let's focus more on what's good about the game and what can be improved, because that's what this is really about. So I'm going to talk about some of the pros. First of all, I think they've done a great job of rewarding good fundamental FPS skill. What do I mean by that? I mean crosshair placement. I mean predicting where players are. Rotations are amazing on these maps. The maps are designed amazingly well. I generally had a great experience. I think there's people are complaining about the speed of the game being slower. People are camping more, and people are like sort of a bit. How am I going to counter that? Well, you have tack grenades. You don't have to run into a building close range. I don't think slide cancelling ever made you better at clearing a building close range with people in corners. In fact, I feel like they've actually done a lot better. I've not really seen a lot of people play with claymores on this beta. That to me is great. They make them really big and visible, which is great. You know, you've got so much time to actually see a claymore now. Yeah, it's little things. Little things they've done such a great job on that people don't even notice. So this is why I feel like I had to give my version. So yeah, fundamental skill. The headshot Tctekk is brilliant. I think that a lot of the guns will 3 to 4 bullet kill. The single fire ones like the foul will 2 bullet. People can complain that's too much, but there's part of me that does agree that a single shot gun should kill faster than an AR if you land the bullets. You know, like a 3 shot from an auto gun that you could hit the first 3 shots, but then you got way more kick from a single fire and it's harder to land those 2 shots, then it's not unbalanced. And it's harder to hit single fire shots than spray an auto and hit 3 shots. It just is. The MP5 isn't broken. People are saying that that's broken. I don't agree. I'm kind of more upset that we didn't get more SMGs to try, because if you think about it, we got the MP5, we got a Hurricane, which was a low recoil but low time to kill. So a higher time to kill technically. It took longer to kill with a gun. And then we got the AKU and the Fennec, which both of them you couldn't put attachments on unless you used the pre-made setup class. So, you know, we never really got the full roundedness of what that SMG category would be like with more guns in it. In fact, the AKU and the Fennec outgun the MP5 up close every single time. So it's hard to call at the moment, but I actually feel personally that the guns were greatly balanced. I like the headshot Tctekk being rewarded so well, because it means that people had to aim for the heads. They slow down things like sliding and make it so that you can't slide peak. It means that people are going to be coming out at head height from peaks way more often. You know, they might bunny hop round and then your crosshair alignment goes out the window. But if you crosshair align someone perfectly as they're peeking a doorway and hit heads, you're winning that gunfight. It actually praises good FPS fundamental skill. So yeah, I mean, look, people are playing the game slow, the ADS walk in. Well, that's kind of part of it. You know, the movement's been slowed down now, right? So you can't just have infinite sprint. which was always a bug anyway. You have to time your sprint, you have to choose when to use it, you have to choose when to make no sound. The sound is phenomenal now. It is so good. Dead silence just stays a fucking field upgrade, in my opinion. It doesn't need to be a perk. I think if it became a perk, it'd be too OP with how good the game sound is now. And I think we have to really cherish that, by the way. They have put so much work into that game sound. You can tell. Everything's amazing. So now you have to think about it. It's a new part. You can't just run and gun like a brainless monkey no more. You actually have to think, okay, you know what, I'm going to run to that bomb site, make a load of sound, but then I'm going to ADS walk back the other way and bait them to that bomb site whilst I'm rotating the other way. Those little gameplay factors were missing from competitive COD for years. They were what made S&D so great. So really, I am grateful. I really don't hope they don't change the sound or the things around it too much, because I know a lot of people are saying it's too loud, so I expect the devs to do something about it. However, let's just hope they don't do too much, because I really do think they've done something great with that. Now I'm going to talk about some of the cons though. Talked about the things I like. I like the fact that they've slowed down the slide peeking, but I don't like the slow aim down sight or sprint to fire time. Both of those to me could be improved. I don't really like how slide feels. It does warrant people to sit around more. It does warrant people just to ADS walk. So like having a fast ADS speed and sprint to fire speed will allow people to play more aggressive, but then it will still punish them from over sprinting and things in bad areas. So like they're not going to get a full reward, but they will be rewarded for having good reaction time, which is part of FPS. That is a skill. Things that are also bad are visual clutter and recoil. Things that KBM players really do rely on to make straight shots. However, we're dealing with extra smoke particles. Every time you hit a wall, with the spray smoke everywhere. You got gun smoke coming up over your crosshair. You know, iron sights, forget about it. You have to use a red dot on everything with KBM, because we haven't got aim assist to just track when we can't see things. You know, we do rely on that visibility, and it's been taken away from us a little bit, and there's ways around it, but it's not ideal. We like using, you know, the iron sights as well. There's quite a lot of horizontal recoil, which I'm not a fan of. Makes the recoil feel quite spread like. I feel like they should go more the CSGO kind of route and instead make a lot more vertical recoil, but then in a direction, so it's like down and left or down and right, whatever they want to do with it. But at the moment it's too horizontal, it's not usable, and then it just means that it comes down to like luck of spread of the bullets more than it comes down to people learning recoil control and training aim, which is more so the skill set, more so the skill ceiling that people should achieve. However, in this game it's going to feel not as relevant to do any of that. So I feel the recoil factors and the aiming factors, the gunplay in general could be improved a little bit. It's not terrible, but again, it's just little refinements like the slide. The slide, you know, although I'm sitting there saying it's great they'd slow down the speed, the slide is rough. You know, I like them speed changes. People can't turbo peak corners now, you know. Say you got the perfect crosshair alignment. You hit one headshot, but then the guy slides and hits 3 fucking toe shots on you. So he wins because he pressed one button and got a cop-out win out of a mechanic that's just broken. If you could slide and shoot, I think that would just be terrible for this game. I think really what they've done is make it more about people with good fundamental FPS skill. However, the slide, I think the slide cancel that's been figured out is great, but the way to do it is horrible. They should make the same slide cancel mechanic as before, make it crouch, stand. However, instead, let's have a slightly faster ADS speed out of the slide. I don't want shooting during it. I don't think that warrants anything but bad skill. I think then it just makes the game generally feel a bit faster. That faster ADS speed, I think, is one of the main things. I think that would help the rushers feel like they have their thing. It would help the movement guys, because the B-hop and stuff's great, man. The B-hop is phenomenal, but you just want to be able to just sprint and fire just a bit more. Just a little bit more. But yeah, at the same time, they're still rewarding the great things like crosshair placement, which I just haven't felt like has been as important in previous CODs of the previous years. So overall, this is my roundup. It's my opinions. Obviously, they don't matter. It's not like a dev's ever going to watch this video and think anything of it. However, I would like to hear your opinions. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the beta, what you think should be changed, what you've really liked about it. Are you going to play the game? Are you going to write the game off and never play it? Are you going to go back to Modern Warfare 19 for the next 3 years? You know, let me know what you think personally. I am definitely going to give this game a shot when it comes out. Yeah, other than that, here's a few clips to roll out with. Enjoy the rest of the video. Until the next time. Peace.
Okay. No way could I trust these hoes. I'm taking their phone if we bring them back. I don't wanna get done like nah. They don't understand. I'm giving them UK slang. My brother, my fam, my act. You say the feds just done asleep. We say the boy them running my gap. You say on God no cat. We say swear on your life don't gas. You say spin the block. We say jump out and slide and crash. You call it machine, we call it a mash. Strip club and they're shaking ass, but in my words they're shaking yash. We don't trap in abandoned buildings. Shots get hit out of vacant flats. In other words, apartments, hidden compartments get detached. Free all the members that got packed. You say what's up, we say wagwan. Got shotguns on my palm, we don't eat pork, we say it's haram. We call her shorty, we call her John. Sexy gal and we call them Len. Back then we would call them Pen. Their words that we got for guns, like wax and skangs. You call them J's, we call them cats. There's not much crystal meth, my hood's got junkies hooked on crack. Flick knives, we call them knives. Zombie killers, we call them ZK's Rambo knife by the name of Rams. We say cash, peas, we call them bands. In a latest Escalade, in the ends it's Mercedes Benz. Watch my back, I'm paranoid. That's what I mean when I say that I'm crank. Clench my fist.
The nade works. The nade works.
Well, it depends. You say the trenches, we say the ends. You say y'all, we say you lot. You say restroom, we say toilet. You have guns, but they might be. So man, pull it apart and boil it. This
guy was an absolute
Thanks, buddy. Good way of saying your shit.
12 hours away, I'm MIA. I can pull up on DJ Khaled. It's only an hour away from the ends, that's why I spend time in Paris. If I pull up on Saturday night, I ain't coming to tour, this ain't Jimmy Fallon.